Well, it's the transmission cable for an automatic transmission on the Cavaliers and the I don't know, all those little General Motors compact cars. Guess that's what the 2000 on up to. I don't know, maybe even it's like the Cobalt has something like this. This is the side that goes to the transmission, and what happens is you see that little plastic grommet there. That typically just gets all deteriorated, and then it falls off. Now, Dorman has a part that you can put that plastic grommet in there and just snap a grommet in there, and then it snaps up into the transmission lever. Now, what I did was I did fix this already. I fixed this. This side actually broke once, and I got that Dorman part. Then I put a new plastic grommet in here. I pressed it in there with a little C-clamp, put it on the lever. Then on top of that, I took a zip tie, and I put it around this end to the lever. Well, what happened was the other side broke, which is the side under where the shifter is inside. This plastic grommet broke. And this one, you could fix it actually with, and actually that's why I got it right now. I'm going to probably use the car to go to Walmart and pick up some food and shit right now, because I don't want to fix it just this second because I'm doing shit. It works. I actually rigged it up so it could shift. You can't put the lever that goes on here like this, right, from the transmission, shifter is actually like it's kind of like a V, like a triangle. So if you can't put it around here because the lever doesn't go out this far. It only goes up to the end right here, right? So you can't put something here. So what I had to do was to put a loose loop around the lever here. Then I put a loop around this and through the loop here and pull that loop over, and that pulled it in tight. I'll show you what I did. This thing is to adjust it right here. You can see those little serrations. You move this back and forth and you press it in, and then it locks it in place. What you're supposed to do is put the transmission in neutral, like down here in the shift lever on top of the transmission, and then put the shifter in neutral inside the car, then adjust it with this so it fits, and that's because you use the neutral to adjust it, because that's right smack in the middle. You don't want to adjust it from the park side. And then this is the part that's under the rug, and this is the part that goes through the firewall. It just snaps in there. You might want to put some grease on there to get it in there. And this is a part that fits up on the this little bracket on top of the transmission. So you got to squeeze this together so you can pull this out, and then you disconnect this, and then you pull this out from the firewall, and the whole thing comes out. It's not that hard to do. It's probably going to take me a little while to do it right now, and I'm going to be using the car. But I'm going to tell you that's all it is really. This bushing and this bushing appear to be the same damn bushing, which makes sense. If you're freaking General Motors and your bean counter, that's what you would do. You would not put two different type bushings on there to confuse matters. So the part number I referenced, I'm going to put that on the video here, the Dorman part number I referenced for this side will work on this side. And I'll show you how I have the, the way I got it rigged up with, there's like one loop right here, like that, going around the arm, which is kind of like a triangle, it's not like an arm like this, it's kind of like, it's like kind of like a triangle, right? Going in like that. So if you put something on there, it slips forward, right? You don't want to put it too tight. Then you wrap a zip tie around here once, then you put it through the loop on this side, and then it pulls that loop over the back, and it ties it right in there, man. So that's how I got it. It works actually, so I can use the damn car. But I'll show you what it is under there. Because actually, if you don't have the, if you're waiting for the Dorman part number, or if you're waiting for this cable, you could fix it and use the car in the meantime by doing that. You can even fix this one somewhat by just putting a couple of heavy-duty zip ties on there, pulling that up into the transmission lever. It's not. I wouldn't rely on that though. What I'm going to do is when I replace this, I'm going to also put the zip ties on top of it. So if this stupid bushing cracks and falls apart eventually, it'll still have the zip ties. The reason I'm going to replace it is because I am thinking this part is attached to a cable. The next thing that could possibly happen is that metal piece, because sometimes the cables break internally. There is a slight bend in here, and it's going back and forth. Sometimes the cables break. That's usually not what happens, but I'm thinking, I could maybe put the stupid plastic part in this damn thing, and the next time the freaking cable will break, right? So I'm going to replace it, and I'm going to put the zip ties on it as an extra measure. Well, actually, I said it backwards. See that? Yeah. What I was pointing to on the cable is the other way around. See this right there? That's the adjuster right there. That's the adjuster right there. So you put the transmission in neutral and the shift linkage in neutral, and you adjust it right there with that thing that you snap closed over to serrations. And the part number, see the cable right there, the black cable? I don't know if you can see it right there. That's the black cable. Goes to an end. And you can see the end. You can just barely see the end there on the right upper right of the screen. That's Dorman part number 14041. 14041. 14041 part number. I actually have it with, you could probably see it better now like that. You can see it like that, man. I can see it. Man, this bitch. It's hard to film shit in here, man. But yeah, I guess you can see it, man. You can see the end of it just barely on the right of the screen. The black line coming off of there, and then yeah, that's a good. There you go. There you can see it now. And actually, what's weird about it, instead of having it snap down onto the lever, it snaps up. So if it snapped down on the lever, you could actually hold it on there a lot better with a freaking zip tie. But whatever. Now you can see the lever. And there's a cable going to it, and I got one loop wrapped around the cable, then one loop wrapped around the lever, and the one that's wrapped around the lever is pulling the loop to the cable, so it pulls the cable end into that piece that sticks out, so it works, man. The shifter, it's not that hard. It's not really hard. I shouldn't make such much a big deal out of this same thing, but it's there's just some 10mm bolts. There's some 10mm bolts to take out of that little front piece right there. You should probably disconnect the battery because of, I don't know, hit some airbag bullshit. And that's it, man. It's all there is to it. So I'll be installing this maybe tomorrow, but I'm going to use the car right now because actually the stupid thing works and it shifts. So you could fix this damn thing on the fly if you had to.